the record, please?
My name is Kimberly Trombley Coleman. I have a lot of things to say, and I hope you give me the appreciation that I could listen to that 6.2. The first thing I'd like to discuss is my uncle, Albert Trombley Jr. I've talked to Butch and I've talked to Charlie about putting a plaque together and put it in the museum. And I also brought it to Liz's attention at the VFW. And she said, you know, Kimberly, I've never even heard about this until, which day, was Saturday I was there? Yeah, Saturday I was there. I've had it put together, and Charlie did some work at my house, and it's still sitting in my front room.
Real quick before you get to the next issue, we're opening Monday.
Okay.
We weren't taking donations because we had no means of documenting it. We do now. We bought a computer. We have a printer. Because when a donation comes in, we want to document it so that if you want it back sometime in the future, you can get it back.
Okay, that's fine. I appreciate that.
And I believe also under donations, right, there could be a box that's a permanent donation.
Right.
And you want to have that recorded because if somebody, an heir down the road says, I want this item back, you've got legal proof that it was
So
donated.
the 21st, we're opening 10 to 4 is the first day open.
Okay, that's fine. Now, besides my uncle being a war veteran of the Korean War, 1932, I believe it was. My son also is an Iraq veteran. Can his stuff be in that museum as well? Okay. About 20 years ago, I've been complaining about the trees on my property that are dead. I've made numerous complaints, and they're still standing on my property, as well as my neighbor 3 doors down from me. She has made numerous complaints.
Where are the trees located? Are they
20117.
Are they in the public right of way or are they?
They are on city property, not my property.
So between the sidewalk and the street?
That is correct.
And what's the address?
20117 Pine Crest.
All right, I can see that is being taken down. Have that reviewed.
Okay.
Thank you.
The next one is the roads, finally after griping for 20 years. At the light at Pine Crest in Pelham, we see numerous traffic accidents. I have a high deck, and I see accidents, like this summer there was 5 accidents. There are numerous people that go through the light. I did a spreadsheet and said that Taylor could make $1 million profit just in speeding tickets alone. I went to Allen Park. One of the guys that is on city council is a very good friend of mine. And needless to say, neither Taylor, neither Allen Park could care less about making $1 million profit. It just amazes me. For the last 10 years, I have complained about the festival on Ziegler at the Our Lady of the Angels Festival, and even on church traffic on Sunday. On Ziegler, they shoot down Ziegler off of Ecorse Road through our subdivision to go to church because they don't want to go down, let's see, that would be Pelham. They don't want to go down Pelham to exit into the church parking lot, so they cut through the subdivision. In the festival time, it's really hard too because they'll go down Ziegler, and then we'll have traffic going down Ziegler this way and coming in back out this way. And cars don't want to give each other the right of way. It's a big problem. The festival's coming up on Father's Day weekend. So that's another issue. Let's see. Oh, by the way, I want to say congratulations to all of you. Some of you know me, some of you don't. And let's see. And when am I going to get my pipe button?
Ma'am, if we could.
So I just want some of this stuff corrected.
So in terms of the traffic issues, I know we've got our police department here. That's an enforcement type of issue. I'm well aware of the roadways between Allen Park and Taylor, Pine Crest, and the boulevard on the other side don't line up.
here since the 1900s. My grandma was a Wyandotte Nation Indian squaw. You know, this land was our land from back in the day, you know. It's just ridiculous the way we have to complain all the time to the city, to the state, to the federal government. You know, I'm tired. I'm worn out. My dad just died. I'm burying him Saturday. I'm tired of complaining.
Ma'am, I wouldn't call it complaining. You're notifying the people that are the elected representatives of what your issues are. And from time to time, we're not omnipotent, not omnipotent. We need the citizens to bring issues before. So I thank you for doing that this evening.
Thank you.
Is there any further open business?
Go ahead, Mayor.
Caroline Tatt, 6860 Jackson. Potholes are fixed on Newport Road. We were really excited about that on the way here, so, because I drive that every single day for that area. In regards to the light she was speaking of, back when I was on council, I contacted Commissioner Basham and also the Allen Park Commissioner, and they were going to look into that. Nothing happened with that. I had talked to the chief about it too. As you're coming out of Allen Park and you stop there, you can make the left-hand turn. People are not stopping after they make that turn. They continue on. So if you're coming up Pinecrest, many times us and other people have almost got hit by those people going. So my suggestion was that when you come up to the off of Pinecrest with Elm, that maybe there's a sign that says something right in front of your face that says, you know, a complete turn or no complete turn or something like that, that you see it before you make that turn. That's just my suggestion. But it is a very bad area for accidents to happen. I'm here with some good news. I just wanted to let you know that we do have a date for our 175th celebration for Taylor. For those of you who don't know, Taylor was adopted, or whatever you want to call adopted, became Taylor on March 16th, 1847. So our big celebration is actually going to be August 6th, and it's going to be at Heritage Park. More information will be coming out, just letting you know, a heads up that is going to be happening at that time. We're still doing meetings with the city and our 175th committee. So, our article that we just had in the last meeting today, I hope everybody enjoyed that. Some historical information. Every Taylor today will have another article. The next one is going to be coming out soon, so we just sent that over to Mr. Zymek. And we got some exciting things happening in that article too. So, like trivia, that's what's going to happen. Let you know, August 6th, Saturday. We don't have a time yet. We have an idea, but we're not putting that out there yet. So, all right. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further open business?
Sandy Yulin. The marijuana debate that we're having, is this just exclusively for the medical marijuana stores or cultivation?
So right now on the books, we already have a medical marijuana ordinance that was passed a number of years ago. What we're talking about at this point in time is recreational and all the things that would be legal underneath that. So it could be professional grow operations, it could be retail, processors, transporters.
But I'm concerned about cultivation because I had an issue last year at my home from a neighbor that moved in maybe a couple of years ago. He had, now my understanding is you can grow marijuana as long as it's out of sight of the public. Am I correct to assume that?
That's my assumption too.
It has to be a secured lot.
I'm sorry?
It has to be in a secured lot location.
But out of sight of the public view?
Should be.
Should be or is it?
I don't know if that's mandatory.
See, that's something I'd like to be looked into, because my concern is this person had grown it in his garage, and I could smell it, in February. Like a lot of skunks around. And he had it in his garage, and the person brought it outside in June. Over 20 plants. I stand on my deck, I look south, and I see marijuana. My grandkids come over, what's that? What, you got skunks around? Not, you know, I mean, can't hide from them anymore. So what happens, it's called, our harvest time comes around, around the end of September. Now, where I live, the people that, obviously, they knew the gentleman, or they knew what was going on in the background. They slid behind my house. Yeah, they parked on Hague Street next to the slum house. That's not rented or anything, just sits there. Came through my back, on the back side of my fence, in my neighbor's yard, my yard's enclosed. They hopped the fence, bam, they were gone. There were probably over 25 mature plants.
So that means that they were not secure.
Taylor Police came, spent an hour there. And this is no reflection against the Taylor Police, I respect them immensely. However, they spent an hour investigating, and I asked the officer, there was two of them, I asked the officer, well, aren't they supposed to be inside? He says, no, he has a medical marijuana growing card. And he lost over $20,000 worth of marijuana. My concern